We're seeing typically energy bills of being able to be halved by doing some smart strategies. Most power bills are very confusing and most people do not understand their power bills, and it's essential that they do. Understanding the way that the tariffs are structured gives you the best opportunity to make the best savings. Load shifting is a fantastic way of saving money. It's usually at no capital cost up front. It's about understanding your tariffs, understanding the difference between your peak and off-peak rates and your demand charge component, and making sure that you're doing the best to use power outside of the most expensive times of the day. The best way to save power with your pumps would be, again, you understand those tariffs and trying to run pumps in off-peak times if you've got storage, if you've got a big rainwater tank. If it's a vacuum pump, for instance, putting in a variable speed drive so it runs at the absolute correct pressure and only has enough power to drive it at that pressure, that's a really good way to save money as well. Heat exchangers are a good way to save some money. You can have a plate heat exchanger that has a cold water loop from a bore, or has an ice bank or a cool glycol that's been stored overnight. That's a great way to reduce your power demand through the day when you're milking, so that you drop your milk into the vat at a much cooler temperature than you would have otherwise. So there's a lot of options for dairy farmers with hot water. There's solar hot water, there's heat pump hot water. You've got heat exchangers where you can take the waste heat from the refrigeration cycle and put it into hot water. And you've got the traditional old resistive element hot water service. They all have their place, and depending on the number of times a day the farmer milks and the type of tariff they're on, each one could be appropriate. It's very important to look at your hot water loads because they can be a significant part of the bill. So lighting is a good opportunity. In dairy farms in particular, they're not usually for long run times, but the savings are still substantial. You're talking 70% saving by changing to an LED light from a traditional mercury vapor high bay or a LED from fluorescent lighting. So certainly there's an opportunity, and there's also a much better light quality. As we become much more technological, there's a lot more opportunities with automating certain things to come on and off, and it could be your lighting, having sensors to turn the lights off when there's nobody there, controlling your pumps when you've got off-peak power or you've got excess solar, or hot water loads are also available now and make things a lot easier than traditional switching on and off and having to remember to turn the pump on and turn the pump off. So there's certainly a lot of opportunity with automation moving forward. First step, I think, is doing a thorough energy audit, because that will assess everything in independence, and it avoids having salespeople coming out there and selling their one thing and telling you that's going to solve all their problems. It's about looking at all the options independently and making an assessment about where is the best area to invest our money for the best savings.